Ooh, Gen 3 factory. Oh, I need to change the stream title 1 second. Hello? Cool. Okay. New streak. That's good. Let's see if this is still working. Weakening. Do I really need to keep the thing updated? I guess I should. I'll be a 4-shot. Hey, Safus. Resist switch in round 1. Okay. Jenny was a friend of mine, yeah. The Killers. Okay, it is updating, that's good. The early rounds are pretty chill. And the best Pokemon for round 1 are often just the what they call mid-tier group 1, which are Pokemon like Lombre, basically not the first stage Pokemon. Oh, it's Deep Sea Scale, I forgot. Luck Bite, date my team mid-match. This could go badly wrong. Okay, good. Sure. Oh, I really don't like Haunter 1. I also feel like Farfetch'd always underperforms, but I guess it's the least bad option. This might break the overlay though, surely. Doesn't like that? What about this? What about this? Whatever. I know, it's crazy. Okay, the double crit is a bit concerning me, actually. Mawile 1 could actually win from here. I guess it's pretty likely to throw with Iron Defense. I'm wondering if I should knock off, because Slash doesn't do much damage. Was Murkrow, right? It was Murkrow. Murkrow's pretty good by Tier 1 standards. Always scared of huge power, Azumarill. Brick Break will do a lot more than Absorb will. I'm very concerned about Facade critting anything if it is huge power. I don't know if Torment on average actually works out. No baited attack. I can totally take the Azumarill, that's fine. What is your investment? Are you triple or are you just defenses? You are just defenses. No, you're triple. Interesting. I won't fix my team on the overlay. It'll be fine. I feel like the random IV bug at round, particularly round 8, I don't think is as big of a deal in singles. I don't mind picking up free IV Pokemon in singles as much as in doubles, but it feels like it's a debilitating issue. That said, I should aim for 28 swaps at 42. Which is not easy to get. Hey, Veggie. So these Pokemon. I'm so doubles brained from last month, but I am going to go Viper Solrock. What am I just gonna do? I'm torn between the Plusle and the Quillfish. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, Free Spirited means they haven't hit a attack phrase. I kind of just ignore the hints at the start there. It kind of means nothing to me. Particularly because a lot of the early sets they activate weakening and endurance, but it doesn't actually mean anything because it just have moves like Growl, so who cares? I'm a bit concerned about how the... Okay, it is updated. Okay, good. Your max HP Illumise. I do and I don't want to scout Serene Grace. That was one. What's the soul read on the Dunsparce ability? Because I'm actually quite a big Illumise fan. Illumise. I honestly, even if it is Serene Grace, who cares, right? Politoed 1 is a big problem this early on. Actually lose a 1v1 to it with everything. At least I didn't miss Screech. Shed skin. No. Come on. It's a little bit late on the shed skin. I could switch, but Dive will also free shot Solrock. I think I can stay in. I do get free shot by Dig, but I think it's fine. Yeah, I think in Gen 3 particularly, the tiering of the early ones is a bit suspicious. I mean, it's not great in Gen 4 either, but I think in Gen 3 it's even worse. Plink, plonk, plink. The Politoed is basically immortal. Might also be water absorb, which would be amazing. I think I already can't lose. If I find a better Pokemon than Solrock, it is very over. That's a bit annoying. I don't want to glare you. Particularly with Facade. I don't want to poison you either. Crit would be good, yes. Let's go to the resist switch. No. Ooh. That's the... I think I'm too scared of Swords Dance. Yeah, Swellow is also a Pokemon that's like, why is Swellow in round 2? It's Facade Swellow. It's better than that. So is Pinsir, to be fair. At least Pinsir 1 has like a terrible move pool. Haunter, I don't like Haunter. I remember you. I think I'll take the Swallow just because it doesn't get blocked by ghosts. Need to start paying a little bit more attention so we don't just mind blank into Noland at 21. Promise me she's not your HP, right? And attack, yes. Very safe and confusion then. I mean, Survivor is scope lens, but still. This happens surprisingly often. King Le1 is very annoying. Very, very tempted to go Polytoad, particularly because I am immune to Crabhammer. So weird with Hypnosis and Dig and Dive. I think Dive does more than Dig. Yeah, Dive did more. What's the worst one of those? I'll take Noctowl. It's not bad. It's a max HP, max defense set to Noctowl. Thanks for this. My cargo one is funny. It's gentle, max HP, max special defense. It'll easily live the dive. I'm very concerned about switching to Dig. Probably better. We know that Hitmontop came out second. The final Pokemon is not going to be electric, which would be the main fear for Noctowl. Well, don't do that. I forgot to do the overlay again. Right, Noctowl out for Hitmontop, surely. In the bank a hole. Oh, that's really annoying. I just got rid of my Dig switching. I don't think the Poison Tail chip will matter at all for the dive two-shot. Okay, with that, definitely. That's enough to switch out. Stockpile is so terrible in this game without boosting defense. Could take Piloswine. Could also take Swalot. Could also take Stantler. I kind of dig the double Intimidate. I think I'd rather get rid of Hitmontop though. Yeah. Fine. That's another annoying lead with high defense. I think I'm just going to go for the extrasensory pre-shot. Yeah, comfortable. Comfortable. I am slower now, but that's fine. I can stomp in case in there. That's GG. Oh, we've fallen behind the winds. Let me update that. So this is the first time where the draft matters. Noland 1 is the first point you can actually lose. You are water absorbed, so Politoed 2 is instantly on the team. It's quite a close one. There's up and downs to all of these. If I was only playing against random AI, it wouldn't matter, but I'm just thinking about Noland. If I can have a solid EQ switch in, probably the second most likely thing to force Magneton out would just be a splash attacker. And Politoed can come into that, obviously. I don't like Thunder, though. I don't know how I feel about hooking my win on Cross Chop. Yeah, you've got no attack investments, Sneasel. Neither do you, but at least you have a higher base. think my first thought was probably the best one, which was Magneton. So the way this works in Gen 2 is that you want an overall decent swap count, but it doesn't actually matter to get full swaps in, like it can do in Gen 3. I mean Gen 4. I might have said Gen 2 there, but yeah. The swap threshold in Gen 3 is 15 anyway, so the number of swaps I get here does not matter for round 4. And round 4 doesn't matter anyway. I mean, I live the flamethrower. I think it's completely fine. I might even live 2 flamethrowers. I'm actually faster as well, because Magneton is 9 IVs. I don't love giving it a strong water pulse, but I think this is fine. Yeah. I shouldn't be in surf range. My damage is kind of pathetic against this. It's max HP Sunflora. I don't think Metal Sound is correct, though. I think Thunder Double Psychic will kill this. I'm going to reset the rain. God, it survived that. That's crazy. Hey, Urban. How did Double's Castle go? Extremely tempted by Gorbis. Extremely tempted. I've got a bit of a rain dance team going there. Extremely tempted. I don't want to lose Politoed, but I think double Water Magneton is a bit egregious. Typhlosion too. Let's just get rid of Machoke. The Castform is also a bit interesting. The problem is Castform 2s are so slow. Yeah. Reminds me of Hippo 2 doing the same thing. Hippo 2 is a surprisingly annoying Pokemon. Nice. Okay, that's good. I'm debating Thunderwave Metal Sound switch. This way I get more turns under rain. That must have crit. You can be limber. I think it'll be fine. I just need to bind a hit 1. Surf might actually kill this. Not quite. I've got to think about Noland. Pure Nolan mode. Persian is kind of bad, so is Golbat. I think I might skip this one. I can't really risk that. No point using Metal Sound because oh shoot. Okay. Metal Sound can miss, and I give up the crit chance. Because I misclicked that, I have to now worry about if I actually want to stall on this so to guarantee I've got Rain out for the next Pokemon. What would I do? Metal Sound, Rain Dance? I mean, Magneton's not that fast anyway. I'm probably beginning with Thunder Wave. I think I just switch. Why isn't a full defensive high PP approach with Struggle Wink on the meta? You mean stalling? Stalling is there are viable stall teams. They're just so slow to play. To answer your question, the problem is basically Quick Claw. It's very difficult to stall against Quick Claw Pokemon like Quick Claw Rhydon, Quick Claw Hippowdon, and there are Quick Claw Pokemon with Oko moves like Rhydon. I'm a bit worried about Amnesia. It's viable though. If you want to try and make stall work, it can work. It's just rough. Relicanth is faster, isn't it? Why are you quiet? It literally just occurred to me as I switched. I think I'm just gonna surf. It's probably going to Amnesia, but well, you gonna let me get the kill? I forgot that Gen 3 Gorbis was quiet. I'm actually slower than you, even if I Rain Dance as well. Relicanth is very different to Politoed in terms of like its utility. Just thinking if I want to do that or not. I should Thunder Wave in case Frustration crits. Nice. Laxton Sense is a 5% miss in Gen 3. Yeah, the Relic Amp is very interesting. I mean, Chesto Resto set's always good, basically. The downside on Relic Amp is that it's like... I was going to say it's slow, but Gorbis is slower. I mean, honestly, do I just take Relic Amp over Gorbis? Funnily enough, the grass spec is also potentially a problem. Who's actually bulkier on the special side? It's very close, right? Gorbis is bulkier. I don't want to give up the option to pick it up, but I could just take Stantler. I really don't want to. I'm just... There's got so many visions of what Nolan could lead. I don't want to lose. I might be overrating Politoed as well. I don't think I am though. I think Gorbis is the weaker one out of these two. I'm actually very glad that it's only was earlier. Please free shot this. Buddha healing. Steel types are so good against random AI. It's really not close. I'm starting to really wish I took cast form. It would have been interesting with the double weather option. I think they're all too bad. It might be better to Metal Sound before Rain Dance. I should one-shot after it. Obviously got the drop. I think I'd live Mega Kick just fine. I don't want to switch Stantler in. I'm very worried about Brick Break even after Intimidate hitting Stantler. Okay. Nice crit. So no information on the third right. It's free-spirited. That could be anything. The first two have activated almost no phrases. Grovar 2 is weakening, that's it. It's quite close. Common sense says send out Stantler. I should be favoured to live Brick Break. And it is only 1 in 4 to pick it. And Stantler is faster. He barristized. Omastar's an interesting option. Very interesting option. I think confuse over 4 Thunderwave. I lived that, wow. Is Stantler actually good? I could even lead. The problem with Omastar is that it kind of ruins my EQ switching ideas. I mean, Politoed is max defense, so like endurance. That's a slightly unusual one. Most Earthquakers, I'd be fine. I've got a feeling that Stantler's taking over in that role. I don't think Thunder will one-shot that. I either Rain Dance Thunder or I Rain Dance Switch. It'll be one of those two. I'm not Modest, am I? I'm hardy. I think Modest would get it. Okay, I should have used Thunderwave, actually. Yeah. This is a weird remix. Really weird one. Kind of a little bit interested by Kadabra. Like, Kadabra always misses every kill, though. I would much rather not switch. The lead was Haunter, yeah, whatever. Well, I do one-shot you. And he should want to Thunderwave me. The downside of Rain Dance is Nolan sending in a Swift Swim on, which I can't do much about. I'm actually... the more I think about that, the more worried I am a bit, actually. I guess I have Stantler. I can probably maneuver it into a 1v1 at the end with Omastar. Yeah, that's the good start. Honestly, if it's not a Swift Swim on, it's kind of over. I won't one-shot you, but that's fine, because I think I'll live a Pure Power Dig. Do I stay in for this? Okay. Well, that wasn't close. Let me check on my swap count. 80, not bad. The overlay is off. Sam's Town. So yeah, it's really weird in the factory how you face the silver fight and then you go back to playing against basically random AI. I will respect the slow and steady water. Interesting. We're not Intimidate on Arcanine, that sucks. I always do this when Alakazam 1 appears. I weigh up in my head how much I do and don't care. I think I can lead it. I really don't want to take Arcanine. I also don't want to instant lose to a Swampert. Or Swampert-like Mon. I guess it's fine. It's fine. Definitely taking these two. I'm wondering on the last. I might trust Arcanine more, but I'm a little bit nervous about the water spec. I don't want to get water moved by random AI, right? So Alakazam 1, Claydol 2, the Elevation, and Electabuzz 1. So the goal for this round is 3 swaps to get to 22. More than 3 swaps would be good as well. A little bit disappointed. I'm somewhat of a Claydol fan. Yeah, what do you think of Alakazam 1, Dave? Sort of go back and forth on how good it is. Very tempted it's going to. I keep thinking, I always do this after Noland. I always think, on Gen 3 and Gen 4 on Match 22, I always think that it's Smart AI. I was about to say it's going to Icy Wind, but it's not. Oh, disappointing because it's not Claydol 1. Fair, yeah, fair. So there is another Water type in the back. I see no reason not to Thunder Punch. Now, when I mentioned Swampert, I should have thought more about a potential Volt Absorb Lantern as well in that sentence. Yeah, I agree. I feel like Alakazam 1 is overrated by the hypothetical player base that I haven't really spent much time talking to. I think I just need to move this into a potential Earthquake range. Alternatively, I could just YOLO the Thunder Punch, because if it is... actually, even if it is Volt Absorb, I probably wouldn't take it. Would I rather freeze or burn? I don't think burn would move it into Earthquake range. The highly cursed version of this is that Surf crits. It is not going to attract. It's not actually pure random AI. I was wondering what I would do against this as well. I can switch Light Screen. I'm very, very worried about switching back. I think... focus. I mean, I will survive the self-hit Surf. Again, it would have to be... The problem is, I don't know. I would get leftovers, and I would get leftovers after Electabuzz dies as well in that worst case scenario if I had to switch out. I don't like how deterministic this Lantern is to pick a good move, because it's not going to attract, it's not going to T-Wave. I can actually risk the Volt Absorb, right? Because Earthquake's going to kill. If I'm wrong. What would that mean? So I switch, it is Volt Absorb, I would then Light Screen. And Electabuzz might be dead to 2 Surfs. And if it's not, it's going to be potentially Thunder Waved or Confuse Ray anyway. I think I should switch, basically. I think staying in is the only... Not the only way. I think the best way to lose is to stay in. Whatever the last Pokemon is, it didn't want to come in, but Confuse Ray. Bom, 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 bom. Okay. That's less than I thought I would take. I'm very confident in Earthquake killing, even if it does get Volt Absorb here. And Brick Break. I could also just Light Screen. The most annoying thing against Light Screen would be if it starts to Thunder Wave, attract Confuse Ray. It could easily waste multiple turns. If anything, I'd want a light screen next turn if it is Volt Absorb. Okay. Focus Band? The second I clicked Thunderbolt, I thought about Focus Band. I was like, probably should have Thunderwaved. No type, high risk. I do want to get the swap count up. Who am I vibing with most? I'm concerned about missing Fire Blast. I think I'll just take Warelord. Down to the wire. I really, really doubt Citrus would ever matter here. I underestimated Warelord very heavily there. Arguably, it's Claydol's job to kill this. Voice a bit quiet, no eyes. Oh, yeah. These are not my Gen 4 settings. Thank you, Dave. When was my 136 BB? I did that in 2024. I want to say December. It's not Stream though. It's not on this emulator save file either. I don't feel like it's a risk to take Flygon. Tiny bit concerned. Was it with Buddy? Yes. It might be an earlier version of Buddy. I want to say Buddy was mid-2024, but I do not remember. If I die, I die. Whatever. Interesting. Yeah, it wouldn't have been the sort of upgraded version. Right, is it time to lose to Focus Band Heracross? The bright powder is going insane. There's no way that I can avoid that. I guess I could... I don't want to steel wing, though. I don't want to miss. Okay, you did your job. Now it's time for Focus Band. Focus Band and I paralyze, and then I die to guts. Let's go. Tiny bit spooky. I wonder if it's worth just T-waving here. T-wave, then light screen. On the other hand, I probably do nudge it into psychic range quite often. Double T-bolt psychic. My instinct was T-wave. I suspect a Giga Drain crit kills Claydol with a good roll. But yeah, Overgrow would be the danger. Alright, let's just put this up. That is basic AI does not prioritize synthesis healing, right? I've got no recollection of that being a thing. I might as well light screen. Now what I mustn't do is put it at like 60%, so that if I Earthquake it's going to overgrow, but it's also not dead to Psychic. If you would... I think you described my accent as like Southern English, in my opinion. That'll be Psychic range easy. Steel. Kind of want all of them. North English accents, Northern England, you wouldn't be able to understand them, I think, if you weren't from the UK. Or used to it in some other way. I think I have a relatively neutral accent. Boom, 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 boom. Facade is a high-risk move, that tracks. Would I ever not Earthquake here? I don't think so. Could technically be a switch in. I'm worried about... I do care, actually. I should easily win this electric matchup. I free shot, right? Not anymore. Time for Brick Break to actually do something. Will Cherry Berry matter? Yeah, that is true, Dave. Doom, doom. Got to be a bit careful here, because if I click through the hint too fast, the overlay won't read it. I wonder if it's higher variance to take it or not, the Metagross. That is true, Dave, because you're used to the people you grew up around you. I guess I should clarify and say that I think I have a British accent which is not too difficult for non-British people to understand. Which doesn't mean I've got a good or bad accent, it's just what it is. I'm gonna miss every single Meteor Mash. I'm ready. Oh, that's a shame. Kingdra 1 is back. I'll tell you, nothing... Clear Body is a good ability outside of Frontier, but I think Clear Body is just incredible in Frontier. Another thing that's incredible in Frontier, which takes a bit of time to realise, is Trace. I think Trace is so broken. That is true, Dave. Thank you for boosting up the power of Facade. Never mind. I think the Scottish accent is amazing. Hey, Crimson. Time for Focus Band counter. Do I go Electabuzz first because of that? It's fine, I can brick break. If I do get it. Yeah, Nidoqueen 1 is max HP. I think you're right, though. I think Flygon probably lives. I'm 141. Water. I'm really vibing with taking Kingdra over Metagross. I'm also kind of vibing with getting rid of Flygon. I am too much of a Flygon 1 fan, though. You're Electabuzz 1 hater. I sympathize. Electabuzz 1 is kind of terrible. Where's Metagross? Who got rid of Metagross? I'm reasonably tempted to put Electabuzz in as well, actually. It's the MVP. Electabuzz 1 isn't a terrible Electabuzz. It's just that Electabuzz is kind of terrible as a Pokemon. Let's open with Dragon Breath to avoid Patea Berry. Yeah, no weirdness on Hail. Thing is, if Kingdra dies, I'm going to Earthquake this anyway. Not anymore, I'm not. It's fine. T-Bolt will kill it like 80. Yeah, it's dead to T-Bolt. I kind of want to Hydra in case you use Amnesia. It's not smart AI though, I should just go for the kill. I'm not a Tentacle 1 fan. And although I like Glalie 1, I don't like it on the team very much. I was kind of hoping for a type spec to give me a hint on what to swap for or not. I'm not a very big Whiscash fan either. I think my team is okay. I kind of dig getting rid of Electabuzz though. I'm kind of tempted to take the Tentacle actually. Smoke screen, good shout, Dave. Wishcast to Dagonanta. I should be slightly biased towards swapping, right? Because round 9 is scarier in singles because of Noland 3. Taking the tentacle, I've got to be careful about earthquakes. I probably do have to bring Flygon out if I do that. So yeah, if it's not an easy Flygon matchup win, I probably am switching on turn 1. Oh no, I'm lying on the overlay. Mods. It's very confusing to like that. Because of the citrus, I think I want to confuse Ray instead of just Sludge Bomb and go for the free shot. Oh, if I could do the magic just below 50. No. Okay, the Godluck. The absolute Godluck. That's an interesting switch in. It must have roared in the last turn, that's weird. Okay, now I have to remember that it is now Smart AI. So what was my swap count for all that? You know what? I kind of don't care about round 8. I said that with such confidence, and I'm now like thinking, am I actually sure I'm actually sure I believe that. To do what's right. Slow and steady. Yeah, it's round 5 and onwards is... Please. It's flash fire again. Please. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I think Muck is the best Pokemon. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to take the Arcanine, but I think I do. I'm kind of half thinking about Nidoking 3. I'm kind of thinking of it pretty much exclusively for the use of Surf. It is quite rare to have only one water move on a draft. Slow and steady. I am also thinking about Altaria 2 quite seriously. I think I have to lead Arcanine. Because I really hate having Muck in the lead. The alternative would be Granbull. I don't know, I think I just kind of like sit there, don't I? I really wonder if I should just take the Granbull lead, actually. I mean, Granbull 2 is not a good Pokemon, but at least I have the flexibility of thinking about what to do. Arcanine's not Intimidate, sadly. I want to refund some of these abilities as well. I don't know if I'm going to change my mind enough. Hey, Zarlin. I think Perishon could be a serious consideration into slow and steady. Oh, stench in the back. Stench's Rain, I think, yeah. And they will be faster than Muck. I mean, my knee-jerk reaction was Arcanine, Granbull, Muck. I'm kind of moving on to Arcanine, Altaria, Muck. And then get rid of Altaria almost immediately. If I take Altaria 2, I'm saying that Arcanine and Muck always win the 2v1. Win the 2v2, basically. Yeah. Yeah. I think if it wasn't Slow and Steady, I would take Granbull, but I think with Slow and Steady, I'm going to take Altaria. God damn it. And I'm not Intimidate. That is close to the top of the worst thing to see. It's not even a slow and steady mon. Boom, 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 boom. I'm kind of tempted to roar and hope that this comes in last and I can perish song it and then rest on mark against with Earthquake if it does crit or Altaria does get low. I'm very tempted to roar. Because it is extremely likely to Dragon Dance. A slow and steady mon is likely to come out second. Well, very, very likely to roar. I kind of need you to Dragon Dance here, Charizard. And no Bright Powder on roar. No way. Oh my god. Oh no. Well, I do have to go for this. Okay. Charizard has got Earthquake. It comes back out. I mean, I think I just roar again, right? Yeah, last one, 2 slow and steady moves. Fire, flying, bug, fighting. I think even if I roar an Earthquake, it's probably okay. Okay. Bit weird. The Encore disable and the potential thick fat as well. Kind of biased towards Sunny Day. Also prevents the freeze. Well, it's not potential actually in Gen 3, it is thick fat. There's no hydration, obviously. It's burned. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't get burned because I think I switched to Altaria. Charizard should always Earthquake, at least. Yeah, I think Sludge Bomb and Crunch will kill. It'd obviously be going Altaria first anyway. The only downside of switching to Arcanine would be on Dragonards. I think it's better to switch to Muck. What a weird game. So if Dugong had come out at first, I would have had to go for the Crunch Sludge Bomb game plan. Probably take damage on purpose with Muck. Would have been a bit dicey then. I'm slightly weak to Psychic. But I think it's fine. It's sort of like a fake weakness with Muck anyway. Yeah, I don't think I'm dead to Mega Kick. Arcanine is bulkier. Be a bigger risk to switch anyway. How do I feel about Muck risking the crit as well? If Muck does get crit, I can bulk up, I guess. Okay. Shoot. Sludge rest sludge. I would hate to crit though. Whatever. I do not have a HP ruler. I doubt the boost would ever matter. And I don't want to not kill if it does yawn like that. It will fake out. No psychic, though. How do I feel about risking the just raw Fire Blast? I kind of want to know if it's would Flash Fire matter for the Arcanine swap? Probably would, right? If anything, I might well have Early Bird. Yeah, maybe. No reason not to find out, I guess. Okay. Slow and Steady is back. Where's Altaria? I'm actually just going to take Medicham, I think. If Psychic crits Heracross... I mean, Muck also has Hypnosis immunity. The problem with Muck is it's slower. Bum, bum, bum. think I'm a bit biased against swapping. Anymore. You electrify my life. Probably shouldn't overgreed this. Am I gonna get punished? Am I gonna miss every single one? Okay. I'm starting to get a tiny bit scared there. Fade away. Okay, enough. Hey, Gassetberry. Time to stop missing. Okay, no quick claw. You'll live. I think that's fine. Medicham 2, yes. I don't have any elevations left. So everything is set to me and the opponents. Slow and steady steel, so that is Steelix. Don't think I'm scared of this. Nah, I won't bother, I don't think. Just play. I do. What's my Scarm counter? I can just use Metacham. And Taurus has Intimidate. Heracross, admittedly, not great into specifically Skarmory. My hands are cold. My Pokemon look cute. There you go. No type, no phrase. Gotta decide how good or bad I think Metagross 2 is. I'm pretty happy with this team. And I don't want to have the swap count be too high, I think. It's debatable if set 4s are even better than set 3s. And I think I'd rather have the set 4s against the elevations in round 7. Fortunately, that's not going to be fake out. I am not sure about Psychic always giving me max power here. It is 6 IV though. It does have Bright Powder, but I don't think Ampharos will ever win. I would never get super unlucky, surely. I see heaven in my... I am at 29, whatever. In that case, I wish I'd swapped actually in the last game. It's fine though. To the ghost. Most of them, no. There aren't actually many good Nuzlockers, but the good ones would be very good at factory. I think this time Nidoking's not going to make the team. I'm a massive, massive Staking Free fan, obviously. I think I've said that a lot of times. What is the third Pokemon? Brings me back to even, exactly. I think I'm going to take Quag over Blaziken. Yeah, I think I'm thinking Quag over Blaziken. There's too many matchups with Blaziken where you need to hit the overheat. Okay, so Slaking free, Espeon free, Quagsire. Now, just because it's a good team doesn't mean I will always win. But yeah, I mean, enemy set freeze can be a problem. I always like leading Slaking. I am half considering switching. Just so Slaking isn't in. You're not an Espeon Quagsire fan, Dave. Okay. Time for quick claw. I'm not switching. Okay. Quick claw me again. I don't think Espeon's too frail. Free IV Espeon, yes. So tell me when. High risk. Houndoom is basically the Blaziken problem. Rhydon free as a double agent. Always good against you, never good for you. Muck free. No. Is there a clever way of playing around this? I could Ice Beam, Surf, Earthquake. I think I'm going to do that, actually. I could also have just stayed in, actually. Ice Beam, Surf, Earthquake. You know what? I actually might prefer Earthquake, Ice Beam, Amnesia, Surf. Okay, if you're not going to Agility, I don't need to worry. It needs agility to outspeed Espeon. Am I ever concerned about Espeon slaking in a 2v1? Don't think so. I'm a bit surprised that they obviously in Gen 3 Parashong has no AI. They didn't update it in Gen 4 to like check for last mon. It's a little bit weird. But like Parashong is probably a move that they almost never use in development, right? My chair is falling apart. It's a very old chair. I mean, the effect spore. I could go Espeon. Espeon is female. It's 7-1 male to female, and they've got a female one. Okay, I don't want to switch Espeon into Attract. Yeah, I don't like Swords Dance. I'm concerned about the Swords Dance now. Crit Crag next turn. And then I guess crit slaking as well. That wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. I would never get that unlucky. That's not Swords Dance. Based Quag. Yeah, no, it's very difficult to improve this team. I could replace Quag with something, but I don't think I'd take Tentacle free. Very annoying. I'm feeling the Brick Break and then switch, I think. It is free-spirited. Don't mind too much if it is toxic. It's not. It's curse. That was fairly likely. I think I'd rather go Quag. I'm now faster. Surf should do good damage. There's the Chesto. There's a double rest. Yeah, Quag's taking a lot, but Skarmory doesn't live at least. Wow, you can live that. Does that change too much? I really thought that would kill. Espeon can lock it in as well. I guess waiting for the Psychic Special Defense drop then? It just can kill. So I must have got pretty unlucky with the Surf Ranges then. Do I switch Shadow Ball or do I just bite? Where's Shadow Ball? There it is. I'll one-shot you. Hey, Obliterator. I'm not too concerned about water. I don't think I want the Skarm. You probably can survive Shadow Ball. Same agility scenario as before. So if it does double agility, I'll need... No, it won't. Yeah. I'm not sure double Earthquake always kills. It's only relevant because of Recover on the slower matchup into Espeon. Okay. With the crit, it's over. I could very likely stall it out of Blizzard PP by switching into the Surfs with Water Absorb anyway. I think I have to take Milotic. Most likely move by far is obviously Double Team. Can't think of a reason not to Aerial Ace turn 1. God, I could also crit, that'd be nice. Okay. Okay. I don't really want to give this Blaze. At the same time, it hasn't got Bright Powder or anything, and Espeon is faster than it. Probably is best to attract Recover, though. Okay, I just killed anyway. Boom, 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 boom. Was Ludicolo free, Charizard free, Marowak free? Ludicolo free is slightly interesting with Slaking. Can switch Leech, switch back. Yeah, Nolan 2-time. I think I just stick. It feels right. Milotic is really solid. Oh, I forgot to update the overlay. Yeah, Flail Kingdra is very annoying. I wonder if I ever let Milo die. That's what I'm thinking about now. Oh, I'd hate to crit though, actually. Okay, good. I'm a little bit worried about giving it Salak. I think it's already fast. No, it's a speed tire of Espeon, isn't it? It's 105. Oh, let me look up the Dragon Dance AI. Because if I can sort this out of Hydros, I probably should. Yeah, let's surf, actually. Okay, Starmie free. I don't think I'm scared enough of being paralyzed. I don't love giving it more free turns, though. Okay, no crit. Kingdra back out, that makes sense. Only did that because it was slower, right? I don't think I'd ever be pushing it too low. It's safer not to attack, though, I think. I kind of dig going. I kind of dig going Slaking. It's so annoying that there's so many moves that are tying at -1, though. I want a HB ruler, but I haven't got one on OBS. Flail's PP never changed, right? It's always 15. Dragon Dance always 20. The thing is, the reason I like going Slaking is because even if Kingdra catches me on Endure, I can just kill it with Milo. Okay, GG. What's the last one? I know it didn't switch in. Okay. Does have bright powder. I don't want to use Blizzard because I don't want to miss. It shouldn't have enough healing to survive Aerial Ace. And that should be GG. Children of you learn. I have a feeling that I misplayed on Kingdra. I think I was probably supposed to completely PP stall it. Do a Gen 4 gold print. Oh, the overlay stopped counting up. Evil Pokemon. God damn it, I really don't want to take Altaria. Might be unavoidable though. I don't think I'm going to change my mind is the thing. The more I think about it, the more I'm sort of moving towards Whiscash. I just wish you weren't quiet. 72 is an awkward speed. I think I'd rather take Machamp. Oh. I guess I could lead Regice instead. Yeah, let's do that. I'm kind of tempted to just curse. Yeah, pretty tempted to just curse. It is banded. Yeah, whatever. Unlucky. I should have used Fisher there, actually. It won't matter, the chip. How do I enter Porygon 2? Nope. Okay. That almost makes me want to not take it. I'm almost like, what's the point of curse? Focus band into explosion? Nope. Gonna believe. Little bit more reason to use curse on this. I think I'd rather go for Ice Beam though. Don't mess us up, Porygon. I know you're slower. Good. No Earthquake crit. Ice high risk. A tiny bit tempted to throw away Manectric. It is Lum though. Yeah, I need to be a bit careful of crits here as well. I think triple curse. Surely leftovers wouldn't save Glalie, right? Not from a crit. I'll live a non-crit myself. More worried about Confuse Ray here. If it does Confuse Ray, I can swap to Porygon though. Okay. No, those all suck. Counter is reasonably likely on turn 1 as well. Tempted to throw Porygon into it. But it's probably smarter to just let the revenge happen naturally. Hey, Zarlin. Yeah, I was a bit worried about the overheat kill. Stay, don't leave. I would appreciate a miss. Double T much more likely to screw me over than a crit double edge. It has to dodge both. I can't T-Wave because of Lumberry anyway. Curse is decent. Okay. Not unlucky enough. I don't think Crunch Psychic would always kill Mark. I think I have to Thunderbolt, even though that pushes it below 50 for Explosion. It's just how it is. It would still have to Quick Claw twice. Free-spirited and unrestrained. I'm considering Miltank over Porygon. Very much considering that. Both recovery Muns, both normal. Miltank a lot faster, no coverage. It's a free IV for free IV. Also, it fixes the overlay. I don't want to factor that in too much, but it is a thing. If I'm not sure enough, I should stick. Should I counter or should I just switch? I'm not sure, Zarlin. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not sure about counter. I'd rather switch then. Want to hit it once. Slightly disappointing damage, actually. If I go too low on HP, I can just switch and switch back. I'll get the Volt Absorb heal. Could be Flash Fire, could also be Early Bird. It might Sunny Day on Houndy on Regice. I can't miss, alright. There's no hacks item. It's White Herb. Yeah, use its White Herb. Classic. How do I have 11% drop frames with 16 megabytes per second? 20 megabytes per second. Let me see. I'm happy with 33 as a total. Shouldn't be too hard to put in 2 more swaps in round 8. Bro, my internet should be like really good. I don't understand what this is. It looks like it's sort of crashing out. Okay, is anyone streaming Factory? Let's see if I got anyone to raid. Bum 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 bum. Not seeing anyone. Konoyagi. Let's raid Konoyagi. That looks like a cool raid. Cool, thanks for watching, everyone. Won't be Emerald Factory tomorrow, it'll be something else. Probably play Gen 4 Arcade, probably. Cool, see you later, guys.